What it do, Bean Crew? It's your boy Savon Thomas, back with another episode of Coffee and Comments, and we are on the review of the show, The Last Kingdom.
Bebember, then Lord Uhtred.
To Bebember!
You always wanted to die, Bebember.
Welcome back. Again, this is the review of the show, The Last Kingdom. We've recapped every single season, so this won't probably be that long. But overall, I mean, this show, phenomenal, right? It was amazingly well written, and each character goes on a journey. So I'm not going to go through all the actors and actresses. The main actor that plays Earl Ragnar is Alexandre Dreymon. So, I mean, great guy. First of all, I've ever seen him in any show. Great actor. He played Uhtred. Did a great job playing Uhtred. But the show, just to give a quick recap for those that haven't seen the other videos, it tells a story of Uhtred Ragnar, who is a born Saxon of Bebember. His brother dies in war, so he takes over as the heir to Bebember, and then gets kidnapped by Danes, raised by Danes, and then the story of him living this life of Saxon and Dane and having to kind of work out the two and figuring out just how to exist in life and getting his land back. His entire goal, the entire series, is to gain back Bebember. He's always trying to get back Bebember. That's the whole show, right? And he has all these different characters involved. You have Brida, you have his brother Earl Ragnar, you have King Alfred, and then when King Alfred dies, King Edward. You have all these different kings and queens that happen. You have most different Danes that pop up throughout the show with Canute and Haston. What else? Sigtrygg is another one. You see Uhtred's kids, his different wives that he has as well. It's an amazing story. It tells over probably like 20, 30 years because it was before his kids and his kids being of age. So 20, 30 years of just life and things that happen. It takes you on a great journey. And for me, the best parts of this was the fighting scenes. Because the fighting scenes for me were actual scenes like of people fighting. Like it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it. This show had the best fighting scenes and sequences I've seen from a show. So that's one of the reasons why I loved it. But then the storylines itself, like it didn't wait an entire season for an ending to happen. Like it would in the specific part of the show, and then it'll pick up maybe 5 years later on the next episode, right? So you get to see not only just like things end, but the new beginnings all within the same season. Like season 2, there's a lot that happens in season 2. If you go and watch it, he becomes a slave, he becomes a king, he becomes like there's a lot of different things that happens within season 2. Like it's such a good show, right? If you haven't watched it, go check it out on Netflix. I gave this show a 9 out of 10. Very, very good show. I was thinking leaning more 8-8, but give it a 9 out of 10. Great show. What improvements would I make? I don't think there's any improvements you can make to the show besides just doing more seasons, right? But there's only so much of the story you can tell. And if it did more seasons, then probably the episodes, the different seasons will have more of a like start. Here's the ending of that season, and then next season something new. But I don't know. Overall, the show is very enjoyable. You get to see a whole trajectory. Again, I did recaps on every single season, so check those out. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Coffee and Comments.